EMS 1, Cup number 3. We're in a different studio because we broke the last one of the got a bit handy with the old sliders there on the mixer. But yeah, we had obviously some technical issues.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was crawling under the table in the studio, just couldn't get everything fixed.
Yeah.
So we had to cast that one. But we're here tonight. We moved studios, had a bit of a panic to get everything ready. But seems, touch wood, that we're all good.
Yeah, we are all good as wood, thankfully, for day 2 of the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup number 3, just in case you wanted to catch up on that. There was a fantastic set of games yesterday, which unfortunately we couldn't get to watch or cast, which was a real annoying thing, because while he was underneath the desk, I was busy standing up supervising.
Yeah, Paul was super involved with what was going on.
Previous technical directors will say, never let red eye anything that has electricity in it.
Well,
True?
I'm not allowed, but I've had 2
yeah.
instances today where people come to me and say, Joe, you're the only one here that knows how to fix this issue. And I'm like,
yeah.
So yeah, we are going to be getting into our first semi-final of the day. It's going to be k1ck versus fnatic. And
Yeah.
fnatic playing with their new lineup.
They are. Awesome new lineup as well, because I have a bit of a thing here for Fnatic's team, because they have Stinger in there, who I brought into a team many moons ago when we were in Counter-Strike Source. And the guy, he's a bit special. It's interesting as well, Fnatic-wise. They've gone for the NIP kind of lineup, the mix of 1.6 and Source.
Yeah, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it's not a bad thing whatsoever. It's a really
Worked fine for NIP.
Yeah, it worked fine, as we all know.
Fine,
Actually,
just fine.
Just perfectly fine. But yeah, Fnatic's new lineup, you know, you've got some really amazing, I'd say, former players from Counter-Strike 1.6
Yep.
in the form of Trace, Modi, and Freeze.
Yep.
You've got Zip in there as well, who's definitely not bad, obviously played quite a bit at 1.6 himself. And then Stinger as well.
Yeah.
Who's obviously more known from
Absolutely,
the
from Source, yeah, but expect good things from him. He's one of those classy Norwegians in what is now a mixed team of Scandies without a Swede in it, which is a bit weird. You kind of associate Sweden with Fnatic for some reason over the years. Well, we know why. But yeah, so that's their new lineup. They're going up against k1ck from Portugal. Now, the good thing about k1ck is that they actually have played some really good games in the RaidCall EMS 1 so far. They were very unlucky in the way that the draws were made out. So they've already lost to Epsilon before, in overtime, I might add, as well. That was the second week of the Cup. So they've had a few bum draws, as it were. This week, they've got a good draw, which means that they're through to the semi-final. It's not just because they had a good draw, but they're getting, a nicer draw.
You know what's great? Now everyone can hear me, because someone trolled the shit out of me and muted my microphone.
Okay.
So I got like 400 million PMs now. So thank you to all those 400 million people who PM'd me. It wouldn't be the same. It would have been hilarious to do an entire show. That would have been great to do an entire show. What do you think, Paul? Oh, we can still hear you murmuring through it. Damn it. That would have been great if it actually worked. Yeah, someone was obviously trolling me on that one. Scumbags. I reckon it was James, the StarCraft guy, because we kicked him off his show today.
Probably. No,
Counter-Strike rules supreme again.
Anyway, we are going to get into the game fairly shortly. If you haven't been with us for the previous EMS 1, RaidCall EMS 1 shows, let me just break it down for you a little bit, because we are in Cup 3. There are only 4 cups in this first season. So we're getting pretty close to the end of the normal season. But then after Cup 4, we'll go to the playoffs. And after the playoffs, we'll go to the LAN finals, which is fantastic. They are going to be, wait for it, live and exclusive, bit of a reveal.
Oh.
They're going to be here in Cologne.
Oh, well, that's boring.
Only because he lives here.
Actually, it's not boring, because we've obviously got a studio here that is just perfectly built for the occasion.
Yeah, absolutely perfect for it. So that's what we're going to do with the finals. So how did it get there, you might ask? Well, good question. You can play in the A series, and if you get enough points each week, you can qualify as one of the 14 teams to come into the RaidCall EMS 1 every week. So just play your games, do really well, and then you're in. It's as simple as that. You get a chance to have a crack at some of the big names in Counter-Strike Go right now. And if you do that, which is what some of the teams like Epsilon did in week 1, you've got a chance of gaining ranking points. The more ranking points you earn, the higher you go in the rankings after the 4 cups. If you're in the top 16 at the end of that 4 cups, you will be in the playoffs, guaranteed. And those 16 teams will play in 4 groups of 4 in the playoff week, week 5, which is actually the 6th week, because we've got CBIT next week, which we'll talk about later. And what then that means is that the top 2 from each of the 4 groups then go through to the LAN finals. 8 great teams heading towards the LAN finals. $156,000 throughout 4 seasons of Counter-Strike Go.
It's about how much Paul gets paid in a day. We're only commentators.
And that's only for 3 hours work.
Yeah, it's not
Sad
bad at
times.
all. I should have actually had chat open during the whole introduction. Then I might have realised that, that my microphone was actually off. So apologies for that one. It's been a while since I've come in. It's completely different technology, but today it's at least working. At least to some, levels. Obviously, a couple of user errors in there. I'm sure along the way will really sort us out with that one. But hopefully everything is pretty much fixed for now. I will actually be watching the stream. Paul's going to be controlling the camera with the use of auto director, so don't be too worried about that one. And we're going to jump into game because it looks like they're ready to go.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Oh, we've got in-game sounds and everything. It's all going swimmingly.
Brilliant. Joe on the production, don't you know? Yeah, so we are. We're underway, and it is the first pistol round of the game of the semi-final of the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup 3. We're not going to have any knives this week, so no bad Scottish accents from me, and no German from Joe, which is a shame because I actually think his German's probably better than my Scottish.
Yeah, and but just as a quick note, don't worry that the stream's lagging because it's actually the game.
Yeah,
GoTV is almost as lagging as Joe's unmuted microphone skills today. So anyway, let's give you a rundown of these two teams then. For k1ck, obviously, on the CT side. In fact, screw that. Let's just get straight into the action because it's all kicking off right now. And there'll be 2 kills for 1 for fnatic. And Zippy looking down towards the smoke in that CT spawn. Couple of shots fired. They should get that bomb planted here any second. Trace going to be the man to put that one in position. That's already the start that fnatic were looking for. The men coming in for the retake. Going to be destroyed. And that is fnatic going 1-0 up.
Yeah, only lost a man in there was Freeze. So 4 men into that B bomb site nice and easily. It wasn't a true rush because they did hold back a little bit. Once they got those entry kills thanks to Trace with the double, they were straight in that B bomb site. No messing around whatsoever. So,
that's a bit loud, to be honest.
A little bit loud.
That should be better.
A little bit loud. So here we go, round 2. Gun round obviously for fnatic. k1ck have decent amount of points here already in the RaidCall EMS 1, so we may well be seeing them in the playoffs. In fact, I don't think they can be... Mathematically, I don't think they can get caught now. So they should be through the playoffs. But they want to show a really good form here against the brand new lineup of fnatic, who blew away Epsilon in round 1 of this third cup as well, as Stinger takes the head off New at long. And this 4-man push will now make its way towards that A bomb site. Smoke will be deployed for mid cover. They've only got pistols as well, so this should be a fairly straightforward plant. As Trace decides to unload the grenade down into CT spawn. Will take off another bit of health down there. In fact, 1 man's only down to 5 is Muty, so he's not going to live for much longer. In fact, Trace just blows Emotion away and picks up a triple in there as well, with Foxy and Muty going down. And that'll be a simple round 2 in the bag.
So I think we can now finally give a rundown of the team. So for k1ck, we have Mutus Mutiris. I don't know if that's technically his full name, but I always remember him just playing on the Mut. Emotion Fox, who is Fox is probably the biggest, most known Counter-Strike player to come out of Portugal. New and Ince, who is actually Insider, not to be confused with fnatic Ince, of course, the man with the red cap. And then for fnatic, we have Zip, Freeze, Moddy, Trace, and Stinger.
So round 3 is 1 underway. Each team having lost a man apiece so far, and Stinger might pick himself up a double here on short. And in fact, he's just going to pick off Fox. And that'll give them the advantage. Moddy now waiting at long. Mutt is actually... Well, he's pushed a little bit more aggressively on short, but he knows that he's lost a man down there already. That was that 2-man push onto short, which Stinger was going to deal with pretty straightforwardly. Ince now just going to wait in mid. They're still on eco, so anything they can get out of this round is going to be a bonus as far as they're concerned. They've already gotten rid of Freeze, as Mutt, look at this, has made his way across towards that A bomb site. He knows that they're coming A long. Trace, though, picks off Mutt, no problem at all. And this is going to be short work here. Grenade goes flying over towards A short. And actually, Emotion picks up the headshot on Zip. Well, shouldn't have won that one, really, but nevertheless, fnatic still in control here. 3 versus 1. Emotion's only got 13 points of health and has nothing, because Stinger's put another frag on the board. So things have started off nicely. Trace with 6 kills already and no death. Stinger with 5.
Yeah, good start here for fnatic. Obviously, job done after picking up that pistol. We'll see how they go forward. Of course, if you're just joining us and you're not too familiar, as we are watching fnatic with his lovely AWP. As I say that, this is his first shot. But yeah, it's only best of 1 in the semi-finals. Obviously, the grand final itself will be a best of 3 matchup. So, still plenty of action to watch tonight. We're here for the long haul. Hopefully GoTV stays in that whole long haul thing with us as well. Right now, it seems to be getting a little bit smoother, I have to say, in these last couple of rounds. So
yeah, it's definitely picking up, isn't it?
if you, yeah, like I said earlier, if you're thinking that the stream's lagging, think again before you type in chat, because it's just unfortunately GoTV. So anyway, this round Fox lost a little bit of HP. He's only got a third remaining right now at 33 HP. Less than a minute even left on the clock here for fnatic, but it looks like they're going to be headed towards this B site. The bomb is headed in that direction as Mutt is going to take down Stinger. Emotion picks off Moddy and the push is going to come around. It was Trace that brought one back there onto inside as a grenade from New will drop down. Picks off Zip, and it's now just 2 men left alive. Emotion there spamming through those double doors at B, and they've actually got the bomb in position here. fnatic, they've got into a decent holding position, but can they hold on with these last 2 men? Freeze gonna pick himself off 2. He's got another 2 to find here. Gets himself number 3. Can he find the final one here? It's Fox versus Freeze. The grenade coming out is not going to be kill Freeze, even if it were to really land there. Fox here waiting, trying to bait out this final pick, and as he goes in for the fake defuse, well, Freeze gonna peek around. Fox is gonna go back on it, but he's not got any kit, and that will be fnatic winning a round, or should I say, that will be actually, yeah, it dies in the end. That will be Freeze winning a round for fnatic.
And I don't know. I mean, you know, it's such a difficult decision to make in the heat of battle. You've got no kit, so you know there's 10 seconds, and you know you've only got about 12 or 13 seconds when you first come up onto the bomb. Do you go for the early shot? Well, he did go for the early shot and missed it. Then does he stay on the bomb? Does he wait? Does he get the kill and then try and escape with his AWP? Well, he got the kill and didn't escape with the AWP, so that was a costly round for him. If he'd escaped with that AWP, then maybe that would have been okay, but not going to happen for him as Zip picks up the first kill of the round on Ints, and fnatic already 4 up, and that'll be number 2 in the head from Zip. No problem at all. That was just easy for him. And k1ck now in a 5v3 on an eco on Dust 2, which, by the way, last week 100% of rounds played on Dust 2 were won by T-sided pistols. So pistol rounds all won by Ts, and that's carried on in this game as well. Stinger and Moddy combine to pick up a frag apiece, so just Mutt remaining now. And he's going to surprise them on short with the first kill on Moddy, but Stinger's not having any of that. And that'll be 5-0. So it's very straightforward right now, Joe.
5 out of 5, 100% record that, Paul. That's why I'm here to bring you all the important stats of the day.
Those stats, really, honestly, without them, I don't know what I would do.
Statman Joe. It's kind of like Scatman Bob, but not quite
man.
as cool. So here we go then. Well, great. Good start there for inside. He's like, I'm just going to run over. I'm dead. Oh well. And there is Freeze actually with his second one onto Fox, Trace, and the rest of fnatic here bursting out into the long A corridor. Mutt and Emotion, last 2 men alive, and well, they've not even made a mark on this round. k1ck. They've, well, just kind of faded away without really doing a single thing. Trace actually was down to 11 HP. Stinger losing more than half of his HP as well. So we shall see if they can turn this one around. Wouldn't be the first time, of course, that we've seen brilliant individual play in this game so far to win a round. But fnatic taking things very slowly here. Moving up middle, Trace going to be watching for any flankers around through those long A double doors, which doesn't look like it will be the case. The final 2 men are over on this A bomb site as the flashes go over here from fnatic. Mutt is on the bomb side itself, going to be flashed up as he peeks out. Stinger will take his head off. Last man alive is Emotion. He's on long A, throws the grenade in to get Stinger, but Stinger's grenade already launched, and that is 6 out of 6. Paul, still 100% record.
He's the stat man.
That was loud enough.
So, 6-0, as they would say in northern parts of England. Nout taken out. And It's all too easy if you're a fnatic fan right now. You should be enjoying this. k1ck, on the other hand, they kind of need to connect to the server. There's not really been anything doing so far. I'm just going to switch away from... just actually see where Fox is set up. So he's going to look down towards short. fnatic, on the other hand, is not looking like he's going to take that on, actually. Instead, he's going to make his way with the bomb through to the B tunnels here. They have got one man up towards those B tunnels, which is Zip, who's already started to push forward. And these two men now join each other. Smoke in that B corridor, waiting for the push to come. Not just yet with the defensive flashes. 40 seconds remaining now. Pressure starting to build here on fnatic to make a move. Haven't spied anything so far. Now, is this the push into the bomb site? Yes, it is. It is the push, and Zip is the first man into that site. Moddy's in there as well, and will come face to face with Emotion, who picks up that first frag. Muck gets a second. Ince with the third, and only fnatic, who nailed Ince, is now left in that bomb site on his own. He's going to have to get some love here and attention from Trace, who's trying to make his way across. And is now flashed into that mid-area. He might pick up 2 frags. He didn't notice the man to the left-hand side. And instead... Oh! fnatic at point-blank range on Mutt. Now makes it a 1 versus 2 in favour of fnatic after they looked like they were going to lose this round. And look at that. Another one from fnatic in the round. That's 3 from him. And just when you thought the Portuguese might be back in the game, fnatic lock it down at the B-bomb site.
And that's how we generally know fnatic, you know. His kills always come in fnatic.
You just punned me, right?
7-0. fnatic are 100% in the lead, having won 100% of the rounds so far. I told you, Paul, this week I'm going to be better on those statistics, on my toes the whole time.
You've been 100% right so far.
That's right. So, can k1ck do anything here? Well, their weapons would probably suggest not at this point, but you never know. A great thing, in my opinion at least, by CSGO right now.
It's an eco.
Yeah, and I get to cast it. What a surprise. But the nice thing about CSGO right now is that ecos aren't a done deal. Or will they be? There we go. First kill actually coming over for k1ck. It was Emotion that got that one, but it could be just a single kill being picked up here. There's another man on Catwalk. He's finished off by Moddy after doing good damage. He knocked him down to 16 HP. Emotion does have an AK here as he throws that up on towards short, but there is Trace at the end through the smoke. He picks up 2 kills, 8-0, and that will be a guaranteed lead from this first half coming out for fnatic. But how big is that lead going to be at the end?
Just the 1 death so far from Trace on the score, but he's 12-1. fnatic is 9-4. Stinger 9-3. Morty's 6-3, and Zip, who's he's been quite quiet because he's been covering B on his own. He's 3 for 4. Only really Emotion putting anything up for. Wow, Fox just absolutely obliterates Stinger at long. And yeah, he's pretty much the only man that's putting any scores on the board right now from Emotion. 7-8 from him. Mutt is 5-8. Fox now moves to 2 after 8 rounds. Well done. Ince and New have as many kills as I would have in this game. I know that's
Is that 0?
Yeah, well, no, they actually have 1, so they're doing better than I would be. But they do need to
Close
step
enough.
up. Joking aside, they need to step up and just stop this rot. I mean, you know, it's always been one of the more balanced maps of Counter-Strike. Slightly less so than Inferno in CSGO, actually, statistically speaking, anyway. But you certainly don't want to go in a long way behind as the flash goes round on short. Zip actually got counter-flashed and had to drop back. Otherwise, he was in line for a whole pot full of kills, and Trace gets the first one with a headshot on Mutt. Reply back comes from New, and then a grenade right in the face. That was like a little header from Ronaldo by Zip on short. But it doesn't matter because he's disposed of New with a headshot. We're at 3 versus 2 right now, and this is k1ck's round to lose. Ince now trying to cover short. Fox will pick off Zip though, and then Ince gets nailed from behind by fnatic with the pistol, and now he's going to go short range here on Fox. Not going to happen though. Fox, pistol to pistol, wins k1ck's first round. It's 8-1.
First round, but they need another 6, don't they? I mean, this game already started to run away from them. The question is, can they actually do that? And from what we've seen so far, I'm not too confident about that. As we see fnatic here once again, open through that middle double doors. And wow, his second shot actually was really close to hitting that second crosser. In the end, didn't connect though. That's the important thing from k1ck's side of things. And what are fnatic going to go for here? Strategically, They've been playing things at the start very, very slow, making sure that they could get that hold of the middle of the map. And that really, in Dust 2, is one of the biggest keys, you know. Control the middle, then you can fan out to the left, to the right, push through those middle double doors, then with a push on Catwalk or in through the B tunnels as well. As plenty of options open once you've got control of this middle area. There's a man actually on the steps. They've not really got in there fast enough to shut him down as a flash comes across. Kick doing a decent job there. fnatic still not able to finish off that last man. There he is, finally taken out by Zip. Grenade going to come onto Catwalk as well. That will do but a slither of damage there onto Fox, and now Mutt actually through the smoke he comes, and is now finally back to where we saw a grenade from Emotion there, and fnatic having to slow things down. They've got 2 men severely hurt with 16 HP on Freeze, 24 HP on Zip as the smoke gets put in that middle area, so it looks like they're going to try and split off to this B bomb site, with Zip still insisting that he's going to come through in towards a Catwalk, as there is a man on that bomb site now. Zip will be watching his position. They know that Mutt is there as he peeks out. Trace will take his head off, but 2 quick kills coming out from Kick. There's Freeze, close range AWP. It's 2 versus 2. Health advantage here is most definitely with Kick, as a double smoke will actually push them out of position. Freeze going to pick off ins as he comes around, and it's now all on Emotion. He comes through, spots the first one. That was Freeze. Gets the second one as well. Great clutch play from Emotion, and he's going to get that defuse. Got the kit on him, and that will be 2 rounds in a row for Kick.
Very nice from Emotion as well. Had the slight advantage of that smoke being placed where it was, but did everything perfectly well. Picked up the 2v1 clutch, the defuse, and an AWP, and that's Christmas as far as you're a Portuguese fan.
Christmas time.
AWPs and wine. AK's glistening all of the time.
You've gone too far.
Okay, let's get back on track. 8-2 right now for fnatic. And less Cliff Richard. More M4s. Yes. M4's good. Cliff Richard not. Long push from fnatic this time round. Stinger's going to pick up that first kill on Mutt, who's just about disappearing down into the pit at long. They're probably going to rotate from here as well, I would have thought, because they've already made that entry kill, and they did before, actually, and they did this a couple of rounds ago. And did a very similar thing indeed. Well, no, you know what? They've kind of held back. They looked like they were going to rotate, and actually they weren't sure whether they were indecisive or not. So it does look as if they're going to hang around this sort of long area down here, and then make their way up here, smoke here, and
probably do a bit of
here. First time I've managed to draw without drawing anything rude.
It was close, though.
It was close, so now I backed away from it. Stinger picks up his second kill of the round. Body will get himself a third, and suddenly this round looks quite straightforward. But Inns is not having any of it, though. He's going to try and pick up the AK. Does so at the same time as Trace picks him off with the AK himself. Fox, now last man alive, will go down at the hands of Trace inside that bomb site. Double from him, and it's 9-2 now to fnatic. The well, I was going to say Swedes, but they're actually Danes and Norwegians. And am I thinking, is there one other nationality in there?
No.
Sure?
Freeze is Danish. I am Mod is Swedish,
yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, so yeah, 1 Swede, 1 Norwegian, 3 Danes. Even though they've got a Danish flag. They should probably have one of those Scandinavian flags.
Yeah, with all the mixes going in. fnatic actually pushing quickly here into B. This is obviously an eco round. What a surprise that I get to cast it. And fnatic walking straight into that B bomb site. Not really much that Kick can do here about that one. They're going to come in from window. There is Mutt taken down, and it's now all on you. Who's going to be killed? Straight through the door there by Moddy in the end. 10-2.
Do you want to take the next round?
With 3 rounds
See
to
if
go,
we can break the eco.
I will happily
See if we can break the eco thing.
Let's see.
Yeah.
They'll probably eco after that, the 2 rounds after that.
Double
but anyway,
eco.
we can give it a go
Look at
here.
Trace, 17-3, top of the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, but I feel like Freeze has actually been the big man in this one. If he'd not pulled off that clutch round earlier on with the AWP and some of the other ridiculous shots that we've seen from him, I think this could be a completely different game. Just as I'm praising him, he misses 2 shots in a row and almost gets taken down by that aggressive middle push from 2 men. But they're going to line up here for Moddy. He takes down Fox. Other man managed to get around the corner without losing any health. So that's not bad at all, but Freeze, he's still got that AWP, and even with 1 HP, if you could have half a HP, it'd still count. He's got that AWP, and it's a one-shot kill, unless, you know, it goes really wrong for you. But he's still the dangerous man here in this one as Trace and the rest of fnatic here pushing up long. Here is Insider as he gets himself one with the FAMAS Modi, looking for the man through those double doors at the bottom. He's only got 11 HP remaining. That is, of course, Emotion. And he's going to have to pull off something spectacular here. I'll forget my point because it doesn't count anymore. Zip will take him down. And it's now all on Insider. fnatic running frantically over towards that B site. Bomb with Zip. They're going to get that down here with the 35 seconds still remaining on the clock. And the remaining CT player, Insider, is going to try and come through that CT spawn. There's a smoke down there. Stinger actually has his crosshair waiting on that area here to get that first pick. As a flash comes out, Stinger turns around, turns back in there, 180, gets the headshot. No problem for Stinger. fnatic 11-2 up.
I felt like the only thing that could really help him there was some inspirational Mission Impossible music, because that really was Mission Impossible. And we've got 2 more rounds left of the half, and I'm clutching at straws a little bit here, but they really do need both of them to have any slim, remote, miracle chance of playing any further part in the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup 3 this week, because the new boys are back in town. fnatic, a long and storied team from Counter-Strike, going all the way back to 2006. And there's multiple tournaments down the years with phenomenal lineups, legendary players. Now for these 5 looking together to set some new legends. Of course, slightly saved this week by the fact that the world champions aren't playing, because they've already qualified and have already won one of the 2 cups so far. That's, of course, NIP. But who knows, to play this sort of form. They've already downed Epsilon in round 1, of course, this week, which have also won one of the cups. So, shows they have some game, that's for sure. And for the fact that they've not really been around together playing as a team like this for very long, it sort of bodes well for them, Joe. Yeah,
I'm really impressed so far with what we've seen from fnatic again. If they were playing, like you said, they beat Epsilon, who have been, in the last couple of cups, amazingly good, to be honest. But would they be able to take on the likes of NIP? Who knows, until we see that one later on, as we have double AWP there for fnatic. And, well, I think it was the case. If we've got the money, we might as well go for those picks through those double doors right early on in the round, as fnatic here going to start to work their way up towards those B tunnels and set themselves up in position to take this round off kick. Of course, final round of the first half. fnatic 10 rounds in the lead already from 14. That's a ridiculously good half that they're having so far here on the terrorist side.
What's the percentage on that, Joe?
Around, wait a minute, I'm not even going to try it. I'm not good at percentages, Paul, unless they're full numbers that have pretty much a 1 at the start and 2 zeros after it, or just a whole 0. That's the 2 percentages that I can do well in my head. So here we go then, bomb planted on B. Modi going to peek out in that middle area, gets himself the final 2. fnatic 13-2 here at the end of the first half. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Glad you got one of those out this week. It was me doing the stupid Scottish accent last week. Not the Scots are stupid, my Scottish accent was stupid last week. And yet other people thought I should cast knife rounds like that every time. Nah. I thought the bowler hat version of knife rounds was quite good. I like your horse racing commentary for knife rounds anyway. So, are we straight in?
Straight in.
No messing around with
these
guys.
No messing around.
No, not even some half-time virtual oranges. 13-2 for the first half, then fnatic starting things off with a frag on early on in this first round of the pistols. As we said last week, 100% of the pistol rounds played on Dust 2 were won by terrorists. Is that going to carry on tonight? It would mean a kick round, and it would just give us a glimmer of hope of maybe having a game. Nothing against fnatic, we just want a more competitive game, because they've been utterly dominant so far. They've put not a foot wrong, and even the 2 rounds that they lost, one of those they could have easily won, as Fox just rips the head off of Stinger inside that A bomb site. Zip is already over there as well, so he's going to have to do well here. Flash from his partner as it still battles away with Fox, who gets another kill. And that's cleaned out that A-bomb site. They don't fancy it here in Emotion. Fox gets a third with a headshot on Modi. Stunning pistol round from Fox. And now Freeze is the last man alive. Let's just see if we can find him. He's going to go for the grenade. Can Fox pick up a fourth here? Yes, he can. 4-man from Fox. What a wonderful round from him. And it does keep up that 100% T pistol round statistic.
That's why Fox was so loved in the 1.16 as well. Such a great individual player. But either way, that gives Kick a fighting chance, I'm going to call it at this point. Brings obviously the scoreline to 13 for 3. Seeing a couple of Galils and AK there, I can see. But not really too much from Kick in this second round. That's always a risk, in my opinion. Obviously, if you don't take that first round super clean, that's where it can really come to hurt you. As he's going to sit back with that Galil. Gets himself 2 up until now. How many more can he find here? There is number 3. Modi very, very low. In's actually backing off there to reload. And now they hang back again here. No need to risk anything. fnatic will have to come to them once this bomb is planted in that A site. And Kick probably going to go hunting at this stage. Although, hunting for what? That's the question.
Wabbits.
Stingers. Who's making a load of noise here in middle, and in a second they're all going to jump out and shoot him in the face. The Stinger actually will take down Emotion. Can he get the second man here? No, nailed to the wall. Kick finish off the round. That's 13-4. Doing a good job so far this second round.
It should have been a fairly straightforward eco, and it pretty much was. No early buy expected for fnatic here. They are on the CT side, so no cash for them. And Kick will look to try and convert this one as well, and then we'll have a 13-5 game. And, wow, where does that Galil come from? New picks up the first one of the round on Zip. And a less aggressive attack start this time round for fnatic, but they have overloaded this A-bomb site. 2 on short and 2 on long. Bomb in the hands of Emotion sitting in mid right now as Insider just tries to pick that B tunnels. He won't find anything there whatsoever as they peek out long. And actually Fox is the man, chipped down to 5 points a house. Now Trace on short as well. Won't pick up a frag here. Mutt will pick out Trace. Modi's going to get taken out by Mutt as well on that short catwalk, and that'll be an easy push now in towards that bomb site. They're going to give the call to Insider, who is waiting at long. They know they're actually going to make a rotation to B. So a good call from them. Good call indeed. And look, at the same time as the call is made, look, it's almost like Freeze and Stinger heard us in the studio and have made their way over towards that B bomb site, and will cause a little bit of grief here and mischief, but I don't know. There's 3 low players here, so they can't be too careful as New picks up the 1 kill on Freeze, and Fox will come round the back of Stinger, and that'll be GG for that round, and Kick pull another one back. It's 13-5.
13-5, they're on their way back. I am always scared to say, you know, the word comeback, because it's such a long road still here. I mean, they've got 8 rounds to even level us up. Let's have a look now as we've got those AWPs in play. Fox going to go for the man that just made the jump. That didn't connect. The rest of Kick actually going for a bit of a quicker push here over towards B. And it was just their route that they'd taken in this early round. They want to secure those B tunnels, get themselves back into that middle area. And here we go. Modi actually catching Moot out as he comes around there. Modi manages to get back away. There comes the grenade through. Emotion still picks up the kill somehow with 15 HP as Freeze going to pick off Ins through the smoke there. Here's another one for the taking. Zip will finish off that one. New did manage to get Stinger on his way down though. And that leaves us with a 3-on-2 advantage with fnatic. And here comes the push through into B. Modi holding it perfectly with the help of Trace. And that will be 14-5. fnatic picking up the first gun round of the second half. That doesn't bode well for Kick.
No. They're okay money-wise, of course, for this round. My fear is that they'll be with very little money when it comes to the next one. Fox is going to have to try and pick through the smoke here. And so far, he is not able to do so. So, 2-2 split for them this time round. They've got Emotion and Insider just pushing their way through lower B tunnels, so might meet up in mid with Mutt and New, who are just holding back from long doors. Emotion starting to make a bit of a nuisance of himself. Fox decides to try and pick off through the double doors, and Zip just fires off, and yet no one has caused any damage just yet. Now they do. Emotion gets the frag on Modi to give the Portuguese the advantage here in round number 20. Big round this one as well. Mutt gets the second one on Stinger. They've cleared out 2 here, and it's a 5 versus 3. And now Freeze having to make his way back over to the far side. Trace gets another one. Zip replying back again, but in the middle, Fox picked himself up another frag and has got himself with the bomb planted on that A bomb site. We'll now get an easy AWP shot on Zip. Made it look easy anyway. Grenade dropping down into CT spawn. Is the last man alive is Freeze, so will now surely try and run away and keep that gun. He's only down to 22 points of health as well, so got to be careful here. He'll do well to survive, but it's, you know, it's Freeze with AWP, so it's okay. There's the first one. He's read the flank here, I think, from the B tunnels. Bomb is going to explode. This will be another round on the board for the Portuguese, and they'll pick up Freeze at the end as Insider gets the last frag of the round, and it's 14-6, and that should force fnatic back on a save.
Yeah, that was an important kill as well to get Freeze's AWP out there at the end. I mean, 4 pistols and an AWP, that's still a dangerous combo that fnatic could have. Let's have a look what Fox can do here at the start. Won't take his shot onto the first man. Actually readjusted for the second one, which he actually missed there in the end anyway. k1ck on a bit of a roll, but they can't keep their eye off that, off the end goal and try and rush here on the anti-eco. We'll see what they can do with this round, as Emotion is going to take down Trace, who collapses in a bit of a pile there on a short, and the rest of them turn around. Emotion picking up second kill. There's Insider taking down Modi, and it's now Zip and Stinger. They're up against AK here with the P2000. Like, it's just not a matchup which you generally win overall, unless you make some amazing plays with it. Fox and did take some good damage there, but there is Emotion coming in for another one. Zip goes down. Last man left alive will be Stinger. Stinger is already taking a lot of damage here through those double doors in the middle, and he will go down in the end. 14-7, k1ck not out of this one just yet.
No, definitely not, and I think fnatic will probably feel they should have sewn this one up by now. It should have been GG moving on to the final. We will have the second semi-final coming up after this one, of course, and the grand final best of 3 to come this evening on ESL TV, so don't go too far away. If you are having a break at any time. Fox is the first man to see any action here at Long A double doors. Wasn't able to land anything the first time round. The smoke coming in. He's been chipped down to 23, and Insider's been picked off, so fnatic have a man advantage. And I get the feeling of a sense of impatience about fnatic. They want to get this done now. In towards the bomb site they're going to go here. Fox edging his way in towards that A bomb site. Gets the frag on Stinger. He had a great game so far, Fox, as you come to expect, really. 4v4, 50 seconds remaining in it. Round 22 of potentially 30. Fox edging his way again through mid. So a bit of a standoff right now, although that's going to be a really important kill for Zip, who picks up the first one, gets the second one. Can he get the third? No, actually it was Tracy who popped around the corner. He got his face wiped off his head by Emotion. And we're now at a 3 versus 2 in favour of fnatic once more. 22 seconds remaining. Bomb going to be planted at the A bomb site here. And Modi waits patiently, but didn't get the frag when he should have done. And bomb is now planted, so fnatic have to retake this site. They're going to try and get in there very quickly. Zip gets his third of the round. Modi's underneath this one as well. Where's it going to come from? Zip on short, going for his fourth of the round here. They're making their way in nicely. This is like fnatic of old here. Boosting one man inside the bomb site. 2 men are down low. No, they've actually both dropped down low. Short range AWP. It's actually Mo. Picks up the third and the second as well. Mike at the third. That's absolutely brilliant from Mutt. Triple from him. And k1ck have the round.
Wow. That was pretty spectacular stuff. I mean, without that kind of thing, there's no way that k1ck can win this game, in my opinion. Just the way that this one is all going, I don't think that without those spectacular one-man plays that they can win this game. But who knows? If it starts like that, maybe it can carry on. fnatic here on the eco, as you would have expected, since it's my turn.
Just the thing is, right? Just the weird thing is that the way they moved into that site was exactly what you'd have expected.
Yeah.
You'd have expected them to come in the way they did, move in, and yet somehow they lost a 3v1 clutch with the bomb planted.
Yeah, I still think amazing from Mutt, there's no doubt about it, but fnatic could have probably done a little bit better with that one. But either way, all credit goes to k1ck in that situation. Let's see if they can pull off a bit of the same here. As actually Stinger gonna take the first man out. Emotion brings us straight back there to a 4-on-4. There's another man about to peek out. He decides, you know what, I'm not going to make that jump just yet. AWP peek around the corner from Fox as he picks off the pistol, actually. Gets himself the first kill, gets the second one as well. Fox doesn't need that AWP. He's got the backup from New as Stinger will get New, but Emotion finishes off and k1ck pick up another round. That's 14-9.
Wow. How different would this game be right now if Mutt hadn't got that 1v3 clutch? Well, it would have been match point. That's what it would have been. As it is, fnatic still need 2 rounds for the victory. And don't forget, they were 13-2 up at half-time. They're currently losing 7-1 on the switchover. That's how dominant k1ck have been this time round. And I think fnatic were getting a bit impatient. I think they're going to have to try and calm down a little bit now and pick them off as they were doing so well in the first half. A different kettle of fish, of course. They are on T-side. k1ck now, which has the advantage on Dust 2 in CSGO. There's no doubt about it. As Modi gets the first kill of the round. That's an important pick. They get a second here. That'll put k1ck on the back foot. Still with Mutt. They've had a 2-2 split here, so Mutt and New are going to be the bait at A and wait for Insider and Fox to go and push into that B bomb site. But I tell you what, they've already got 2 men stacked inside that B site, and I fancy fnatic's chances in there. In fact, they've got them on A as well, because Tracy's going to pick up the first one. Here's Freeze at the back of B. He's got one, couldn't quite land the second. Now he does land the second. This is GG surely now, because fnatic now have 1 more man to find, and he has 28 points of health, and this will be a 15-9 lead for fnatic. 28 seconds remaining. Bomb is out of the hands of New as well. It's just a matter of time, and Stinger takes the clock down, and fnatic move to match point.
Yeah, match point, and they've got a good amount here. 6 rounds obviously still to be played, possibly. fnatic don't win any of them. But k1ck now going to have to rely on an overtime. If you look at the scoreboard, Trace 24 for 13, 20 for 15 for Stinger, Freeze 17 for 15. Certainly slowed his pace a little bit from that first round, but that's to be expected considering how this second half's gone. The question is now, can k1ck pick themselves up off the floor and come back again in this one? We've got 2 men pushing down long A. 3 others are in middle here for k1ck, with Insider actually watching towards those B tunnels. First kill comes down with Zip dying. Stinger was there ready and waiting. Flash is going to go through those middle double doors. In fact, it's going to be a smoke to allow them to come over there. That's a great move from Modi. He sees the smoke go down. Made sure it was a smoke before he carried on through. Will manage to pick up that 1 kill. Can he get number 2? Yes, he can. Emotion goes down. It's now all on New. He's in the spawn here, and that's a horrible position to be in. However, he does have the bomb. His teammates got no faith, though. They've already called good games in this one. He's up against Freeze, Modi, and Trace, 3 of the biggest scoring players here in that fnatic lineup. Well, can he pull off a clutch? We've seen a clutch 1v3 play out of Mutt already this game, but New's got to match it and then some at this pace as he's down to 5, finished off by Modi, and that will be 16 rounds to 9. fnatic move through into Cup number 3's grand final.
Yes, and good game in the end. Good game from fnatic in the end. Had to wait for it, though. They were made to work really hard by the Portuguese, and a good game from them as well.
Yeah,
really
I don't...
You know, they were 13-2 down and a half. You kind of looked at them and went, yeah, they're probably just going to roll over and die. Got the T pistols, got a couple of rounds behind, and then a couple of nice clutches in the mix to that. Sort of saved them, made it more respectable, I think.
Yeah, k1ck definitely can't be disappointed with how that one's gone yet. Well, They can because they've
think
lost
they will.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But there were some really promising signs in there for k1ck. So hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of them. And, well, they get a nice amount of points for getting to this semi-final stage anyway. So I guess at the end of the day, these cups are just a small chunk, really, of what's to come. If you get up towards that semi-final stage enough times, you're going to be able to qualify yourself for the group stage.
I think that's pretty much it for them as well. If you want to check out, by the way, on the rankings, you can go to csgo.raidcall-ems1.com. No, it's not the nicest friendly URL, so we'll pop it in the Twitch chat as well for you.
That works.
And we'll also put it out on our Twitter as well. Just going back to the rankings right now as well, as we said, k1ck probably have done enough already to go through, but check out the rankings. They'll be updated tomorrow as well with the Cup 3 results as well. The other team that a lot of people are talking about right now is maybe not qualifying are ESC, who've played in 2 of the 3 cups so far, but just haven't managed to get through further than the quarterfinals. They were also beaten this week by the overrated individuals, who we won't see in the next semi-final because unfortunately they, well, are now a Nexus. So unfortunately, we will see them. No, fortunately, we will see them. Unfortunately, they're not overrated individuals now, but they've fortunately been picked up by a Nexus. I think I knew what I was trying to say, but didn't quite come out the right way. They were overrated individuals. Now they're Nexus. That was much easier.
That was you should have gone there in the first place. That would have been so much easier to do. So what we're going to be doing now is taking a quick commercial break. But of course, when we come back, we shall be bringing you our second semi-final. It's Team LDLC, of course, from France against the what were overrated individuals. Now, of course, from a Nexus UK versus French battle. Paul, we all know how this one ends.
White flag?
White flag. I'm not so sure, though, this time around, of course. It's a whole different scenario, guys. So we'll be back here in just a few moments with the second semi-final here from the RaidCall EMS1 Cup number 3.